Before we get started, obviously wanted to send prayers and condolences to the victims lost in the New Zealand shooting. It's over 50 people and counting. I know that they're still trying to accurately identify a lot of the victims so they can have a proper burial. So prayers and condolences from all of us over at Grassroots Pod. Guess we can get started. Check us out, Grassroots Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe, hit the notification button. As always, we're here to have a good time. One of the hosts, Brandon Killabh Hall.
I'm Erin Ashley Simon.
I'm regular Naz.
I'm Wylson.
And we're here. A lot to cover this week.
Word.
Hopefully the sound is better. We've been experiencing some issues.
Yeah. Before we kind of start, Naz, I want to kind of get your thoughts. And the only reason I'm asking, because obviously people know, if they watched our previous show, they know that you are Muslim.
Right.
So I wanted to get your perspective and thoughts on just like, as someone who is a Muslim man, and especially a black man, like what are your feelings on just the things that we've seen? You know, there's some people that still fear people who are Muslim because of the association of the word terrorism with them. I thought it was interesting how they didn't call this guy a terrorist, but he is a terrorist. But like, I just want to get your thoughts and perspective, because it's always important that like we get people who are, if we're going to talk about certain things, that we get people who are actually, you know, associated or a part of that, whatever we talk about. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm 100%. It makes me feel a little uneasy, simply because one of my daughters goes to an Islamic school that's attached to a masjid, a mosque, and to see this guy, he's weak. Like that's the first thing that pops in my head, that this dude is weak, and he goes in there while people are praying because he believes that he's a hero, when he's a scumbag. You fly from Australia to New Zealand to commit this atrocity, and then you make some punk ass manifesto with, you know, you tagging gamers, the president, you got Ronald McDonald, whoever else is in there. That it's unfathomable to me that, you know, these cats were praying. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you did this. You went to two separate mosques, 41 people at the first mosque, and you drove and killed another 9 at the second mosque. Yeah,
so it says New Zealand authorities are racing to identify the 50 people killed in a massacre at 2 mosques, so that the families can obviously bury their loved ones in accordance with Muslim tradition. In addition to people being killed and attacked that Friday, an additional 50 others were wounded in the shootings, according to authorities. There's a number of 34 remaining. I guess that they're still trying to identify. 12 are in intensive care. And ideally, within 24 hours, they're looking to, I guess, do their ceremony. I guess it falls in line within Muslim
Islamically, you have to be buried within 3 days.
Gotcha.
So there's no embalming fluid. There's people, a loved one washes you, they wrap you up, and it's a pine box. There's nothing. No $3,000 casket, with a sherry oak wood.
So what does it say in your religion if like for example, if they're not able to identify some of the family members quick enough in order to do this, like what is, because I think this may be, I honestly think this is a great opportunity for us to have an educational standpoint, because although we do, some of us have Muslim friends and some of us know about it, like we're not that in tuned with it as I think, or informed as I think we should be, especially with this current state. So
as far as burials concerned,
burials, and then also just like people have misconceptions about the Quran and certain things within the Quran itself that kind of create these feelings of either hatred or fear, like we saw with Just Hilarious, even though it wasn't. Her situation wasn't accurate, but you could see that people have a sense of fear when it comes to just anything Muslim. And for us, it's like we're friends with you. I have like some of the best people in my lives are Muslim. My grandfather is Muslim, so it's just like I think like I guess from your perspective, what are some things that you can tell us to kind of educate with this situation, or just educate with the Muslim religion period that people should know?
That it's just, without getting on my soapbox, it's just really a continuation of Judaism, Christianity. It's all, the Quran is the third book. So you have the Torah, is for Judaism. The gospel, which is in Arabic. No, I'm going to enunciate this incorrectly. It's the Injil, which is the gospel, which you really don't have now because that book has been rewritten. And anyway, the Quran is the third book. It's like the chapter. Like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "I'm not here to give you a new religion. I'm here to confirm what Jesus said, what Musa, what Moses said, what Abraham said. I'm here to confirm what they said, that there's only one God." So it's not a brand new religion. It's I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus more now than I did before I was Muslim. I mean, so I don't want to get too preachy on my soapbox, but it's just a continuation, and what people have with it's a media-led miseducation. That all Muslims are bad, and if you knew how much of an impact Islam actually had on world history and why it's not being taught, it's crazy. Like Muslims ruled Portugal, Spain, and south of France for over 400 years. I love when Spanish cats say, "Oh, I don't know nothing about Islam." It's like, dog, your last name is Medina. Yeah. Like your cousin, tu prima is Fatima. They're like, these are not Arabic names. I mean, Spanish names. Yeah. They're Arabic. The North Africans ruled Spain, and then in turn, they passed that over to when Spain was, controlled slaves. Yeah. But we'll brush over that. But yeah, man, it's just sad, man, what happened in New Zealand. And, I had to actually have one of my homeboys text me. It was just like, "Yo, you all right?" And so, I'm straight, man. My wife was crying because she actually watched the video, which is bananas. Because I don't want to see that stuff. Because
I've heard that video was crazy.
Yeah. I don't want to watch. You don't want those images in your head, man. Yeah. Like if you could avoid that link, that's not something you want to. You can't unsee that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but we should be all right, man. Love conquers all, man. And that guy's weak. You fly from Australia to New Zealand to commit this. You didn't fly to Philly. You didn't fly to Chicago. Yeah. You didn't go to Detroit. You didn't come to Brooklyn. You didn't go to L.A. You didn't go to Houston. It's like, come on, you're weak, bro. And anybody else who follows you is weak. And then we'll take your girlfriends.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, I like how you ended that.
Yeah, I feel
real nice cap on it.
Well, I mean, while we're here and we're talking about girlfriends, Cory Booker has a new girlfriend.
Wait, what? He does?
So they say.
Cory Booker. All right, for those that don't know, Cory Booker, for a very long time, has been rumored to be dating Rosario Dawson. Rosario Dawson just came out recently and confirmed that she is in fact dating Cory Booker and is in love with him.
Hold on. Daredevil to that nigga?
Hold on.
That's kind of crazy.
Please, G, put up the picture that Chris has of Cory Booker. I want you to get that picture and put it up when you say Cory Booker.
He's probably a really nice guy.
What happened to Eric Andre?
Listen, I don't know, bro.
Stuff happens. It's life.
Is that a come up though for Cory Booker though?
She's got a type. She likes like that doughy light skinned nigga. That's her vibe,
That is her vibe, man.
That's definitely her vibe, right?
That is her vibe.
But also, she's kind of like that person who is, is a celeb, but then also is just like not really out here acting like a celeb. You know what I'm saying?
She's mad regular.
That's what's so dope about her, though.
Yeah,
wasn't she? Hold on, I don't want to keep talking.
I just want to say,
I'm trying to figure out what movie she was a part of. That Lily Kids. They literally came across her and were like, "Hey, can you be in the movie?"
Well, let me just be clear.
Kids is a dope movie.
Yeah, let me just be clear. I can't watch Kids.
Why not?
That's a good movie.
That movie scares the shit out of me.
Why? Because the kid ends up having like it HIV, and then the other girl.
Casper was out here.
Yo, my man was like,
but then the girl,
it's me, Casper.
But you know what?
Don't say nothing.
At least the girl didn't get it. Remember the girl? They were like concerned about her having it, and then all of a sudden he realized, and he was like, "Oh shit, I have it."
Yeah, no, I thought for sure she had the.
Kids is a great movie. You can watch that movie. Please watch that movie.
Yo, they beat the brakes off of that dude with the skateboard in Washington Square Park.
Yeah, definitely.
Beat the brakes.
But yeah, apparently, I could be wrong, but I heard somewhere that they literally, like, the director, like, literally just came across her on the street one day and was like, "Hey, do you want to be? You want to be in it?" She's like, "Yeah." So I feel like that approach is like how she approaches life. Cory went up to her and said, "Hey, you want to date me?" Yeah.
Sure. Now let's get into a little bit of the rumor mill. We normally don't do this,
but
man. Again, even with this whole Cory Booker and Rosario Dawson thing, There are people speculating that this could be a cover. That people have suggested that he is gay, and this is a cover.
And there's nothing wrong if he is.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing wrong with that, but they are saying that this is a cover. Do we think that this is a cover, or I mean, it's not a. If I'm keeping the buck, it's not a bad pick. If I'm Cory Booker, and you know what I'm saying,
I've seen worse beards.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
On your face?
I knew it was gonna go.
Ooh, let me. Hey, take that back.
That was great. You kind of walked into that.
I did.
That was pretty bad.
I just remember. Listen, I told every single one of you when you guys made fun of me for that photo. I said I'm gonna get you all back.
Yeah.
I told y'all that. I'm the kind of person I'm not gonna tell you when.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get you
well,
back.
I said that you would be that petty to just get us like 2 years later. Like, you remember that shit would happen when it went away?
No, not 2 years later.
You gotta let that hurt go.
No, not 2 years later. But no, it's not even hurt. It's like a game of tag, like with your friends. It's dead as like a game of tag. Like when you get someone, when you joke so hard at someone, and they like you're like, oh damn, like I can't get you back right now, but I'm gonna wait for that time. But what is it, like that movie where the friends play tag like their entire lives?
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Which is fire, by the way.
You ever been
We're not
tagged
doing
so
that,
hard
by the way.
you want to
Make that
fight?
very clear.
Yeah.
Like somebody
I ain't playing tag all my
slap
life.
you so hard that you just want to fight.
Yeah.
So, yo, fam, come on, man. We playing.
I feel like that applies to when you get slapped in the back of the neck. You have to hit somebody.
Oh, that's fighting.
Yeah, you have to.
I don't care who you are.
Wow.
If you're my friend, you smack me upside the back of my head, we're fighting.
Oh no, it's go time.
It's go time.
There's nothing
All
more
bets
to talk
are
about.
off.
Yeah, there's nothing more to talk about.
Yeah, my brother used to play fight with me so much that one time he like banged his head. I don't know how it happened, but he's like, I was about to smack him. He banged his head, and he broke his nose. And I think like either I got a concussion or he broke his finger and I got a concussion. I don't know what happened.
Out here wilding for respect.
WWE real life.
Get the tables.
Used to fight all the time. Break up table over his head.
But all right, let's keep it a buck. I think all kids wrestled in the street. No, like I was jumping off of cars.
I was definitely jumping off of ladders.
Not some of these kids today. Some of these kids today, they're like, oh, let's just go sit inside and play Xbox. Like, we used to go outside and like play football and actual box, pretend that we were boxers, but fight it.
You gotta get hit by a car at least twice.
Yo,
I did.
we used to wrestle for real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've attempted murder a few times.
I think. Nah, your record is like 0-10.
Oh. Mad belts. This one nigga. I saw a nigga refuse to tap.
I've seen that before.
From a sleeper hold.
Yeah,
he went to fucking sleep.
I've seen that before. I've seen that. There was one time my man had him in the fucking the shamrock, the ankle shamrock shit, and I thought for sure he was gonna snap his ankle. Like he would not.
I was about to say he broke shit.
I'm like, yo, Chad, just tap. Like this ain't real, dog. He's like, no. Like his face is all shaking and shit. I'm like, fam, this is not like it's not okay at this point. Like you look like you're turning colors. He's like, nah, fuck it. I thought for sure we had to pull my man off of him because we thought we was
Yo, them wrestling matches, man. You make your own belt.
Yeah.
That's count, man.
Yeah.
Back in middle school, it was like fucking like 20 of us. Everybody started off with a belt.
Yeah, street belts are a real thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that. That's a real thing.
I seen a couple of cats get the Stone Cold Stunner walking through the hallways, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Yeah, I've stunned somebody too.
Listen, also, rain football, greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Playing football in the rain. Amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Always loved it.
Definitely.
That's like the best. That was the best thing. When it was raining, we're like, oh, we going outside.
Yeah, facts.
Now kids, like, they don't want to go
raining.
outside. They're like, oh, it's raining. It's raining.
Yeah.
I can't get a great IG photo.
I'm not doing that shit today. I don't have any health insurance. Sometimes I'll be at the gym. I'll be like, maybe I should take it easy. Take it easy with these fucking box jumps.
Yeah. Fam, so the funny thing, even when I see people working out at times, and I see them lifting like a lot, and I'd be like, oh, if that could go really wrong, I can see mad surgeries coming out of that. I don't know if this is the move.
Nah, I'm suing that gym. Faulty machines.
That's the adult thing to do. Yo, I just had a random thought pop in my head because Wilson and I were talking
What
earlier.
kind of random thought?
Shit.
Yo, what is your definition? And I'm sorry, we about to get X-ray. What's your definition of a train?
A train?
Yeah.
Wait, like, well, give us context.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I need more
what?
context.
Like, you need like a choo-choo train, like choo-choo, or is it like a
Everybody
train,
knows.
like bang bang?
Everybody
like,
knows what Nasty Nas is talking
I
about.
just want to say this is a wild segue from Rosario Dawson to a train.
Yeah, it really was.
He said, we're playing football, fighting.
We're
Oh,
talking about
trains.
kids. Yo, listen, I gotta go. When the thought is in my head, I gotta go. I gotta go.
That's what you think fighting is?
Yo, listen, I had a couple of bouts.
All right. You know what?
Yo, hold on.
Just give me
Listen.
the context, bro.
All right, you and your homeboy and one girl. Is that a train or a gangbang?
Wait, but what are they doing
No.
specifically?
There's
Well,
gotta
yeah.
be-
Having sex.
Like, is it one at a time?
Yeah. If it,
No, stupid. You stupid. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in the actual activity, because we know it's sex, you nasty mofo, but I want to know, like, is it like one in the back, one in the front, or if it's like your friend, done, tag team, blah, and then after. Like, it depends.
Not,
Yeah,
no lie.
Because if it's tag team-
I've definitely
Aaron's
tagged
sexual
somebody.
sound effects are crazy.
Like,
Yeah, you know,
it's really the best shit ever.
I can't imagine Aaron in bed just.
Yeah. It never ceases to amaze me how she can fit in these sound
I
effects in
plead
these
the
moments.
fifth.
Yeah.
I'm not commenting on anything you just said.
No, like-
but
I don't know. I mean, like one at the head, one at the back.
that's a train.
That's a train.
Let me help you out. Once it reaches 6 individuals in the room, it's a gangbang.
Yeah, definitely.
Up until that point, it's a
well,
train.
I got it more than 2. More than 2 is a gangbang.
Well, and where I'm from,
Nah, that's a train.
No, because I feel like with 3 people, that's a threesome.
That's a threesome.
Anything more
Yeah,
than 3 turns
but
into,
if
it
you-
can get sticky.
Okay, this is me. This is me.
literally.
I don't know if I should. Fuck it, whatever. TMI moment. But for porn
I know
though,
you're
a
not about to tell us
threesome.
about your
No,
Yo,
Whoa.
word. I was like, yo, that was mad.
No,
Yeah.
no,
And Aaron, what is
No.
the sound effect for that?
choo choo. First of all, let me make it very clear that I've never had a train. I like one-on-one because I'm selfish.
If a girl walked in and said,
That's wild.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. You may like it. Who knows?
You went to some other shit.
wouldn't stop me.
You'll be like, I'm your conductor.
I would get a conductor's hat and everything.
Next stop.
Next stop, these bombs.
Yo, have either of y'all ever ran a train?
Huh?
Have either of y'all ever ran a train?
No.
You've never ran a train? No.
I mean, he rides on a train to our recordings.
Yeah, I ran one train, right? Yo, my nigga fucking told the chick he was fucking wasted drunk. I'm fucking around with the chick. He's getting his dick sucked by her or whatever. All I hear is, yeah, baby, bite that dick. Oh, she bit his dick hard.
Wait, a nipple or like she was like munching on some like pirate booties?
He said he got it from like a movie. Yeah. He said he got it from a movie called like Vegas or some shit.
What?
Vegas.
I don't fucking know.
I don't
Bomb
know.
biting?
But she bit his dick. He jumped up, yelled, left, came back, and asked her to bite his nuts. She bit his nuts hard, even harder.
Oh, there's some people that get off on pain.
Fair. Wait,
No. He did not enjoy it.
So why the fuck?
But why
At
the
that
fuck
point,
did
it was
you do
no
it then?
longer a train, and I just taxed her.
Wait, but before what I was saying, because first of all, I'm looking right into the camera. I've never had a train. I'm selfish, one-on-one.
Yeah.
But in porn, usually when it's a threesome, they'll have it in the threesome sector. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily always in the gangbang section.
No, it's in the gangbang section.
Not always.
It's there.
But it has its own prominent. But it has its own prominent. It has its own prominent category. That's what I'm
does.
saying. And especially for like the women's section, it does. Yes. Have I watched porn before? Yes, guys.
course.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, everyone watches
Everyone
porn.
watches
Come on,
porn,
grow up.
and a lot of women watch porn. We
Yeah.
just don't talk about it
If
as
you
much.
have an
But
addiction, call somebody too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There are people out there with real addictions.
but yeah,
Porn
we're
responsibly,
keep
bro.
the porn addiction number under.
Yeah.
But no, there are threesome sections. But then it gets a little tricky though, because I'm not gonna get into detail. Because then there's like the straight threesome, and then there's
That
like the
shit is
bi
tedious.
threesome, and
It's
there's like the it's a lot.
Yo,
It's a
I
lot.
feel like you have to do that shit when you're
That
young.
laugh.
Like when you're older, that's a lot of energy.
mad word.
Well, oh, yeah. I got a rule only one naked dick in a room at a time.
Wait.
Wait, so if you're not naked, so if you're not naked,
No, what I'm saying is, here goes what I'm
You
saying.
better clean this motherfucker.
Here's what I'm saying. If a chick wants to fuck me and also wants to fuck my nigga, fucking, yo, we're going one at a time.
Okay.
I'm not fucking her at the same
separate,
time.
so he's gonna be in the waiting room.
I'll turn my back. You know what's funny?
You're gonna be in the same room?
Yeah, that one time that I ran the train, the chick had sat us both down in the chair, side by side, and she was like, pull your dicks out. Me and my man looked at each other. We was like, nah. He was like, yo, we'll go like back to back or something.
You guys are not secure in your masculinity.
It's not about that.
It is.
But don't you guys in like locker rooms for sports and stuff like?
I've
No, we're black.
never taken a shower.
Nah, black dudes don't do that. That's
Yo,
white
I
people shit.
flipped out. I flipped out with somebody at the gym the other day. So I'm sitting there minding my fucking business. I'm still bad about it. I'm changing. You know what I'm saying? Got my headphones on, mind my business. Dude comes over, white dude, older guy, with a towel on. So I'm like, all
And
right.
he just drops it right in front of you. Drops it like
but-
it's hot.
Yo, but so it was me and another dude sitting. There was another guy sitting next to
Yeah.
me. Do you know? Dude comes over where the bench is, puts his leg up and goes, and just starts flossing his ass. Right. I said, yo, fam.
nah.
I said, yo, what are you doing? Right
Mad
now?
disrespectful.
What are you
That's
doing?
mad disrespectful, man. He had the flaws like.
Damn, like. I was upset. Like I was
Nah, they be all.
upset.
Nah, these old dudes be ODing in the gym. They
Yeah,
OD
like they
in the
just don't
gym.
have no respect.
Niggas
like,
be naked in
Guys,
the sauna.
old people get to the point where they don't give a fuck.
Chill, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's old white people.
Yeah.
Black people don't get naked.
Yeah.
I see one old black dude do it. I seen one old black
so-
dude.
I don't know.
There's
There's an exception
I
to
don't
the
know
Every
rule.
single time I see it, I'm like, what's up with this nigga?
I don't know about men, but I've definitely like been like, I mean, playing soccer. There have been teammates who just.
Oh yeah, women
I'm just
get
like-
naked all the
hold on.
time.
I'm naked all the time. It's different for men.
Hold on, E.
No,
Wait,
you
naked
gotta
all the
see
time.
all your friends' titties.
No,
Automatically.
not all my friends.
Hold on,
no.
E. Let me get this straight. There's a bunch of fit college girls just walking around in showers naked.
Not everyone, no. Not everyone. I mean, there's certain people. No.
You are
Nasty, dirty man. No, not every, like the whole like the fantasy like they all get naked like that doesn't happen. Like
Yeah.
there are people like
You guys
who
don't have pillow fights in
I don't like being like naked in front of my teammates. I never did. I don't like being naked in front of a lot of people. Like you got to earn that to see that.
Yeah,
like you got to put in work to see that.
Have some decorum. I get
Yeah.
it.
So I don't. Yeah. For me, it's like, but there are some people that just don't care. Now, one thing though is I always tell my friends like, if you're gonna be naked, don't stand in front of me having a full on conversation while you're butt ass naked. Like I don't care, dude, chick, whatever. Don't be butt ass naked in front of me trying to have a philosophical conversation, and I'm just like,
Did you see the
I've seen
president?
that. I've seen a nigga literally have on his t-shirt and a leather jacket, no bottoms on, talking to a man.
wait, what? You saw this?
And why?
Where are you seeing this?
In the gym.
Yo, real shit, weird shit happens in the gym though.
It's fucking. I'm
Like
like,
I feel like there should be a course.
Well, maybe the
on-
men's side.
Yeah, on the men's
Yeah,
side. I feel
women
like
not
there
as
should be
much.
a course for men to take before entering a gym on protocol and just certain things. Real shit.
What about saunas? Have you guys? I don't know.
No,
I've
I've
seen
never-
naked niggas in sauna.
Yeah, I've seen naked niggas in sauna too, and
All the time.
I D-line right out. Like I'm not like that. Why?
D-line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
D-line's that bad?
It's supposed to be beeline.
Yeah, I heard a beeline.
right?
I heard a beline.
Yeah.
I D-lined,
edit
right?
that out. Trust you me. Won't
Yeah,
catch
let's
me
clean that
slipping.
shit up. We don't need you over here D-line.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
I D-lined right out of it.
Yeah, let me clear that right now. Beeline.
Oh, you might have to call you Killer
Thank
DH.
God it's not a live show.
Yo,
Yo, Dennis, our live shows are gonna be fire though.
This boy.
man, I D-lined right out of it.
Jesus, I'm not gonna wear that one down.
Oh my God, T-shirt.
Yo, so did y'all see Full House is now getting a spinoff to The Big House?
I like that D-line.
Sounds more like eviction.
I like that
Yeah.
intro.
Yeah. I practiced that last night.
That was good.
Yeah, I practiced that.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
by
I'm
this.
not surprised. We've been knowing that rich people pay to get into shit. Like it's just what it is. And like I even had experience. Like I told I told someone on Twitter how, like, when I was a college recruit, like, I had one university telling me to take the ACT again to get a little bit higher because the legacy recruiting player couldn't get higher. Now, mind you, I graduated high school and college with honors, so I was a very smart kid. But there's no way in hell that I'm taking the ACT because this dumb nuts didn't, couldn't do it. And their legacy, fuck out of here. I ain't got time for that.
Well, I mean, for those that don't know, there's been a huge college scandal happening. Scandal. That's been happening for quite some time. I wonder how long this has been happening.
Forever. Since the breaking dawn. Since the United States was made, this shit's been happening. Right. Like, that's why I'm like, why are people so shocked? Like, oh, this is horrible. They're working the system. They've been working the system.
Yeah,
like, this is nothing new.
They've been working us.
Yeah.
Yes.
They get robbed going to college.
Yeah. Word.
They've been working us since forever.
Yo, I heard Aunt Becky kept it gangster though in the courtroom.
So let's give some backstory real quick. So Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin, is that how I should Loughlin, whatever. They pretty much have been scamming colleges for quite some time. This has been, I want to call this, I guess, an education ring, where it's a bunch of rich families and a bunch of rich people, wealthy people that have now been able to make their loser kids, I guess, be on teams and athletes. So if your kid was
that's disrespectful.
If your kid did horrible in the SATs, or if they weren't good test takers, or if they didn't write reports or do whatever. These people were paying, an extensive amount of money to get their kids into school, paying up to $500,000 per kid for the SAT administrators to obviously correct their answers and give a high SAT score. Same thing that happened with some of these kids that were on full athletic scholarships that never played sports a day in their lives.
The swindle.
Shit makes me mad.
All of this. And then on top of it, it went all the way up to the dean of admissions for schools like Yale, schools like Harvard, USC. There's a bunch of schools that are involved, and they're still under investigation. So that's where we are with things. Back to you guys. I'm not surprised by this. I feel like this is American culture. Why are you guys outraged?
How do you feel? We were both athletes. This is straight disrespectful in the life of an athlete.
All
like,
right, so
I'll put some hands up.
So this is
an athlete as well.
Well, no, guys.
So I'll put it to you like
not
this.
athlete like. Oh, okay. Listen, we're talking.
He's intramural. These two are intramurals.
Listen. South Carolina, University of Kentucky. It's a different level.
I was North Carolina Central. I just didn't go.
Yeah.
I pursued music.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Look at that came out.
Still at the same level. ACC, SEC, just saying.
So I looked at it two ways, E.
Those are too big. I'm just saying.
He's still throwing shade.
Yeah, just saying.
He's intramural, son. Think about game. There it is.
Look, that's not even like a cool down
SEC.
Like, their handshake was mad off. Like, didn't even know what was happening. Like,
what?
Y'all can have that shit. I'm cool.
I pulled it together for not practicing it.
I look at it like this. As a parent, there's nothing I would do for my little girls. So I could see paying to get them into certain schools. That's the parent in me. The athlete in me goes, fuck them. I work my ass off to earn my spot on the squad. So fuck them, and I hope their mothers go to jail.
Also, they're very stupid too. They're and I don't throw this word out for everyone, but they're stupid too because your athletic life is tracked.
Yeah.
Like
Word.
everything from training, how often you go to practice, how often you go to 6 a.m.s, like everything is tracked. So why would you try to swindle and be a part of something that anyone can look up if you're actually active or not? Like you should have just paid to be a regular student. Yeah. That's what they do already, and you wouldn't have that many issues. But you really tried to have her do rowing, and you thought that because it's rowing, that no one's gonna pay attention.
They were taking pictures though. They went all out.
Well, that's the thing. I look at all these campaigns that these women went on, doing all of these panels with social media, doing all these educational panels about, just trust your kid and, just instill these values.
You got to play the game.
And make sure, as long as you do your very best, you'll be fine in life. Of course they're going to be fine in life if you're paying fucking $1.5 million to get them into any college they want. And even still, you know what, as a parent, because I don't have kids, but I thought about that. I said, when I have a kid, I'm going to do whatever it is possible to make sure my kid is successful. But then I think about it like, within reason. Like,
I've now ruined my own career in my life, and now my kids' career. These kids now have dropped out of school, can't go out. Like you set your kids up for failure.
They can't go out.
If you're willing to pay 1.5 for your kid to go to a college, what the fuck is the problem?
Well, that was gonna. Why not invest in a business? Like, why not
donate a library like they used to?
Like,
First of all, you shouldn't even be doing that. You're a known person. You can get them into a university, and on top of that too, like y'all can call me ruthless or whatever. My kids, there's only 3 options for you to go to college. You either get a job, pay for yourself, academic scholarship or athletic scholarship. That's it. Yeah. And I'm like, you're already giving them the limelight. She had a deal with some brand
or turn tricks. No, sorry.
It's a possibility.
Wait, who's turning tricks?
I said, people do it. Y'all gonna act. All right, well, so we're gonna act like.
Oh no! I thought you saying me telling my kid to turn tricks. I'm like, I wouldn't tell my kid to turn tricks.
No,
but
Let's not rule that out.
I met
they were ruling that out for me.
I've met plenty of women who strip to go to college.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And they are some upstanding people.
Yeah, they're doctors and shit now.
Law-abiding citizens.
I actually
they
met
are.
one
They're like
and the story
doctors,
was
some
for
of
real.
them.
The story I met one and the story was for real.
Yeah, I've met quite a few nice women at the strip club.
I have no shade for that. Girl, do you. You're just stripping. You're just doing what you do to get through medical school.
I just want to dance.
She ain't hurting nobody.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever.
It's fine.
Would you date a stripper?
No.
I have.
I think I could now.
Date a stripper?
Now?
Yeah.
I have.
Like, for me, like a Magic Mike? You know what I'm just saying?
Erin's fantasy just went there.
Aaron is a hard yes.
Yeah, hard yes for Aaron. All right, we got that one confirmed.
Magic Mike, Shannon Tatum.
Not Channing Tatum specifically, but like, if a guy can move, it's a plus. If he knows how to, if he knows like salsa dancing and he can do like the nice rolls really well.
Yeah, niggas get 2 steps easier. It's gonna be like salsa dance.
Nah, you should go to there's a spot called Iguanas. I'm telling you right now, if you know how to do some salsa dancing, you'll be good there.
Oh, I thought that was the name of like a male strip club.
That's what I was like. That's a crazy.
I was like, yo, dicks kind of do look like iguanas. When you really think about it.
I was like, yo, that's a crazy name.
That's an iguana. Genius. Eureka.
I'm sure he probably has iguana, the thing there. Because some have elephants and,
that is crazy. She said, yeah, you can go down to Iguana. Tell him Easton.
No, iguanas is
Tell him Easton.
every Friday.
Yo, those male strippers be getting their dick sucked, man.
Whoa.
While at work. They do.
All right.
They do.
You're coming in hot.
Yo. No, I'm just saying. Yo, one of my friends throws like.
You relax.
Oh, all right.
Oh my gosh.
We're about to tell us a story about his friend. Relax.
I'm just saying it's not a bad occupation. That's all I'm saying.
But can't you get your dick sucked by doing anything? I mean, there's broke diggers that they get their dick sucked.
Yeah.
While on the job.
Yeah, I mean, there's people when they're not on the job because they're broke,
I wonder if
and they
that's
still
like
get their
a
dick
job,
sucked.
Is that a job description? Like, is that a part of your job description?
What, male stripper?
Yeah, like if you're in order to do this, you have to
Male stripper.
Entertainment. You know how to put on a good time, and you know how to talk to women.
Yeah.
That's a good
that
one.
may be a thing.
Yeah, people person. There you go.
I'm more than a dancer.
I have feelings.
I'm really good at getting my dick sucked. There you go.
I guess that's it. All right.
Lock them up.
Yeah.
Lock them up.
So what do we? Real quick before we close this one out, what do we think is going to happen with these people? Like,
Well, Becky kept it real. She's getting locked up.
Yeah, on Becky kept it 1,000 in court. Apparently, she didn't feel like she really did anything wrong, and this is a whole big sham.
I mean,
what she's saying.
Devil's advocate. I would say the same thing because I'm like, she probably knows some other celebrities that got away with worse.
Well, yeah.
So she's probably just like, y'all
Becky,
come
don't
at me for
snitch.
this, but
Don't snitch on
just
Becky.
saying.
Yeah,
Just saying.
This is another case of this is way bigger than Nino Brown. She's like, listen, if I'm gonna go. Listen, the educated brother from the bank.
Becky, don't snitch.
Yeah, everybody gotta go.
She's the white Tupac.
Yeah, everybody gotta go. So
No.
I will say she looks great though for her age. And like, no,
Because she's in a full house.
hey, I see what you did there. That was clever.
Becky gonna come out.
But she about to be, she about to go
her
into
roles,
the...
her movie role is gonna be a little different when she come out.
Do you think she's going to play the role of Orange is the New Black?
Nice.
Wentworth.
Just saying. Is she gonna play and then she, finds a lady in jail?
If we keeping it a buck, I could see Americans forgiving her for this.
Forgiving, they're gonna forget it.
That's what I'm
Aunt
saying.
Becky
Like,
and Felicity Huffman.
Yeah. Like I foresee them
apologize.
forgiving her. Like I don't think this is gonna be a thing.
Who's Aunt Becky? Aunt Becky has like the red hair, right?
She Aunt Becky, she dated
Jesse.
Yeah, she was hot.
Yeah, she gonna get it there. I'm
still
telling you, when they do their first interviews, you heard it here. They're gonna cry. They're gonna cry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the daughter just lost a sponsorship. So
I was trying to do it.
So here's my thing. Now, do you think that the judge and/or jury are going to be more, or will scrutinize them more because they're actresses?
Nope.
I thought about that because again, these are talented, accomplished people that can cry on spot, can give you all different types of emotions.
They're gonna cry.
Can really give you a different side of emotion that probably you never even knew existed in your body until they act.
I mean, yeah,
So-
she acts, but I don't know if she's like up there with acting. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I'm begging she gonna turn on the waterworks.
I don't understand the problem because it's like, so what? Are we punishing them because we're saying it's not fair for their kids to get in that way? When there's kids who could be smart enough to go to a certain school, but they can't afford it, so they can't go. Like, that's fucked up. Like, if you got the money to pay for it, you should be able to fucking go, man.
No, I think you're missing the point that they forged
I'm clearly
documents.
missing
Yeah. There's
they
a lot.
forged documents.
And on top of that, they're
and
probably
cheated the educational system.
They took a scholarship
and
from somebody.
then obviously
Yeah, she
your
took a
loser
spot.
ass didn't go there to that school. So what happened was they beat you
Yeah.
out and put their dumbass kids in that school.
and they
now
took a
you're here with us.
and they took a spot that could have gone to someone who could afford and was smart enough to get in and went in the right way and worked hard.
Crewing.
But they
That person
paid.
that they took the spot from also could have been a dickhead.
Yeah, but they put.
So-
But at least the dickhead worked hard to get to
Yeah.
that point.
He was
You
on-
can't
she
get mad
was
at a
on crew
dickhead
like
working
that.
hard to that point.
on crew.
I'm sorry.
You know what's funny? Yeah, whenever we think about somebody getting like robbed or like their spot taken or some shit, we always think of like the greatest person on the fucking planet.
Who?
Well, who? I'm not thinking of the greatest person on the planet. I just think that they
They took a spot from another athlete,
Yeah,
bro.
they've been getting away with shit
It's
for
def-
years.
yeah.
And now this is where we are.
Because like when you tap into the
That
athlete
probably is
realm,
gonna sit the bench.
you don't
know
you
that.
don't know that.
You're not
You
taking
really
a spot
don't
from
know that.
Zion Williamson.
Yo, if there's a Zion Williamson in crewing, I want to see that.
Yeah, I would like to. See that.
Yeah, it's just him in the boat.
Just him.
It's just him in the boat. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not rolling. I'm not
No.
rolling.
Because you want to go to Yale and party. Who goes to Yale and party? Go to ASU.
First of all, I
get
think
real.
the daughter went to USC.
Yeah.
To party?
So I'm like,
Get
yo,
real.
first of all, if you're gonna spend that much money, you might as well go straight to Ivy League schools. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, she's been very open. I know videos have surfaced with the daughter saying, "Hey, like, fuck school. Like, I don't really care about school. Like,
Then she should have gone to community college.
Word.
yeah, why not go to community college?
Long Beach community, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're trying to be an actress or model, I mean, you don't really have to go to USC for that.
Why even like?
Your mom's in the industry already. So
If I'm the husband, I'm like, yo, fam, for real, I'd be 500 racks.
Well,
Then
What
you
did the
got
kids go
caught.
to school for?
Nothing.
I don't
What were they studying?
I don't know.
No, we can't believe anything. It's all made up.
Liberal arts.
They were going to. One is on the girl is on a full academic scholarship. On a full athletic scholarship, playing for Duke. it's mad weird shit going on here. We don't know
yeah,
what's
Ray
she
Finkel.
happening. Yeah, like, this shit is weird.
damn, yo, the father has to put out mad money because the father posted bond.
Yeah, the father from Shameless.
He had to take out $500,000. He got fashion designer $500,000. Then he posted
Yeah.
he posted bond $1 million bond and just forked that over.
Well, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. If I'm keeping it a buck, if I'm keeping it all the way a buck, Frank Gallagher would do this on the show. Keeping it all the way 1,000.
Absolutely.
For those that don't watch, if you watch Shameless,
Wait, he did do it for
but
Liam.
that's what he did it for Liam. Yeah.
That's right. Where do you think they got the storyline
But that's what
from?
I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's different. Like Frank Gallagher was like they were like low, like they didn't have money.
I know they're lower
Is that double
class,
standards?
but
I don't care, but
maybe it is. But what I'm saying is, all they're doing. I can't be mad at Frank Gallagher for doing it in real life. I can't be mad at him.
He probably, you know what? I think one of them had to have the conversation like, yo, should we do this? Because it's going to cost me a lot of money if we
Yeah.
get caught. And Felicia was probably like, no, babe, we got to do it.
She was like, do it.
Do
It's
it.
fine.
It's your daughter.
This we're gonna set everything.
It's
up
your
for
daughter.
life.
Do it. It's your daughter.
Yeah.
So and he probably looked at, all right, bitch.
yeah,
word.
well,
Get
but
caught.
they-
Get
I had to
caught.
point out
Get
the
caught.
checkbook.
Get caught.
Yeah.
probably in the house like, see, I knew it. Can't trust your ass.
Yeah, but there's more than 4 dozen people, aside from them, more than 4 dozen
Fucking
people have been
broad.
charged nationwide in the scam. And students have been placed in top-tier schools like Yale, Georgetown, Stanford, and the University of Southern California, UCLA, and University of Texas. You see how none of our colleges are in there? I don't know
Yeah,
if that's good
that's
or bad,
weird.
but
The HBCU?
a federal investigation into the matter was dubbed Operation Varsity Blues.
Oh, they were out there flaunting it.
That's so
They're
corny.
making
shit
it
is
very
clever.
clear that it's about sports.
Operation Varsity Blues is clever.
Yeah, because they're sad now that they got caught.
Oh my
I don't think you ever seen the movie, but
Yeah, I don't think you've seen the movie either.
I did not see that full movie.
Oh my god.
Google.
Rabbit. Why
I
are
never
we-
saw the movie Kids neither. You guys were talking about it. I felt
You-
completely left out.
What about Bully?
Wait, hold on. You never seen Kids?
Never heard of it.
Kids is.
All right, you need to go home and go up
He's not.
online.
He's
I think
not.
you could probably watch on YouTube at this
That
point.
is interesting. Okay.
Go watch. But Kids is a good movie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hold on. I lost my.
You lost your train of
Kids
thought?
see ghosts.
Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay. Lilly Singh. Lilly Singh is, for those that don't know, late night show with Daily Carson. She's now replacing him.
Getting a fat check.
Yeah.
Cut the check.
CTC, cut the check, yo.
So someone, let's give some backstory. Who is Lilly?
So-
and why is this a big deal?
Lily is this known YouTuber. She's known for being like putting out comedic things, but she kind of built herself up. I don't know how I know this, but I know that she had a show on Nickelodeon where it was like a competitive game kind of show for Nickelodeon that she was part of. And she literally started by building her career and building her presence on YouTube, and now going over to TV, which is really cool to see the impact of just social media in the sense of like people who started out literally just putting video up just to put video up,
Yeah.
and then going into prime time TV is crazy.
shit.
It's amazing.
Major.
But that also shows you like it also shows you like I've had conversations with people before because like as I was working for companies like Revolt TV and other places, like there's always been people that hit me up. They're like, oh, like can Revolt, be a part of this because it's gonna help me with this and this and that. And first of all, when you pitch, don't make it about you. People, please stop doing that. Like make it about the company. But that's a whole other story. But with that, it's like people like her, Deezy Zamero, even to some degree Joe. Like, there's a lot of people now that are doing their own shit and building their own, us building our own stuff and really starting to get traction for it. And I think that like she's a perfect example of how far it can go, or at least one of the examples of how far it can go.
Yeah.
Well, I guess are these big shoes to follow now?
Carson? To me, I don't think Carson hasn't been big, and this is no slight to Carson, but he hasn't been big since MTV and TRL. He does the New Year's stuff. I know that.
Well, that's what I was saying when we were going over topics for the shit. That's what I said to y'all. I was like, why is this a big deal?
Because she's a content creator from YouTube to prime time.
Yeah.
It's a different transition.
Yeah, that to me, that's dope. That's dope.
It bugs me out that I've never fucking heard of her.
Yeah,
I went to her
I haven't
YouTube
either.
page today. She has 14 million subscribers.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that
fucking ridiculous.
it's weird to say this, but there's actually a good amount of people who have millions and millions and millions
And
of
you never heard
followers,
of
and
them,
you never know them.
Yeah.
There are people in cooking, there are people in like home decoration
that
shit.
shit
There's
is
people
weird.
in tech, like
Bugs me out.
kids' toys. There's a little kid. They make millions and millions of dollars. These
11.
kids,
Oh, yeah.
11.
just for reviewing toys. Like
on.
Kid is
it's so
balling.
crazy.
So if her agent is negotiating, right? Because off of YouTube, she got 14 million followers. That means her videos are probably averaging, 2-3 mil.
Easy somewhere.
So-
Well, it depends.
So she-
Sometimes it can average about 3 or 5%, but if you put some money behind it, or if her fans are super loyal, the retention could be higher.
So look, it's fair to say that she's making somewhere between 600,000 and like 2 million.
Probably.
So NBC has to come with that, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
At
Well,
least.
I mean, they're gonna have to come more
Somewhere in
because
the
on
ballpark.
not only on that, but like if she's gonna promote that she's on, then she's probably gonna promote it on her YouTube, which is like a good amount of people that can go watch
that
the show.
check is,
Yeah.
oh, that
Like
check's
actually, let me
looking
see
good.
how let me see how many people she
Ooh,
has in terms
good
of
Lord,
numbers.
Lily, good for you, ma.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt that
I'm all for getting
she,
the bag,
she doesn't look
like-
that bad.
Let's see.
She doesn't look that. She got a nice little smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice little
You're
smile.
married.
Okay.
Relax.
Oh yeah,
Relax.
yo, she dead ass has
She watches
The-
the show.
Yeah, she will snuff me.
Yeah,
the
relax.
lowest number of people who have viewed her stuff is half a mil. But she's also had like 30 million views, 22 million views. Like
NBC's paying her. That check is looking
They have to
fat.
pay her that.
That check is amazing.
Oh,
It's a super nice check.
what's it? A little late with Lily? Is
Yeah.
that a little late with Lily?
Let me see. This
I like that.
They
You know, I
might
feel
have
like,
gone her for the low though.
No,
They might have.
no.
They
I don't
might
think
have.
so.
No, she went from YouTube to doing stuff
It would be lower than Carson.
with The Rock.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They might have gone her for
that's
the low.
probably even that low. I'm sure it's not a low for her.
She's untested. She's never had her own show, no shit like that.
Yeah, now YouTube. She been rocking for a
Yeah.
few years.
After looking her up, I'm pretty confident.
Oh wait,
Hell yeah, I would count that.
I'm mixing up for the
And
Nickelodeon
dude,
show.
let it be quiet as
I
this cat.
retract the Nickelodeon thing. I think I might have mixed that up, but I'm just retracting something I said earlier.
Jon Stewart, when he was hosting the Daily Show, he was making $22 million a year,
Yeah.
and that was a half an hour. So Lily's
She's
on.
definitely getting a bag.
She's getting a nice
She's
size,
getting a
a
bag.
nice size bag,
it-
bro.
Jon Stewart's really funny.
$22 million a year for a half an hour show.
I don't know
He's
that
funny,
he's
though.
that funny. 22
Jon
million.
Stewart.
Nah, he is.
Jon Stewart was mad funny.
I'm just hating because I don't have 22 million. If I'm being honest, like he's funny.
Yeah.
Like I'm just hating. I don't have any backup. I'm hating. Like I would like 22 million. It'd be great. But,
Congrats to Lily, bro.
Yeah,
Because she
that's
can't.
fine.
That's the come
Actually,
up. For real.
yeah.
Hopefully she
I
does
mean,
well.
hey.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo. That's
well, that's why I said it's a big shoes to fill. I mean, even though from what you're saying, Carson hasn't really been a big act for quite some time. That's still a big platform and a big statement.
Yeah.
wait,
So-
Carson. Isn't Carson? Isn't he over on the Today Show now?
I don't know what Carson.
Could have been. He could have got another nice.
I think I seen him on because I watched the Today.
All I know is
Oh my god, I can't even talk.
As a colored
I watched
woman
that one.
on TV, hanging out. That's dope.
Yeah.
Or if you want to consider her Asian because she's East Indian or
Well, even that, I'm just happy that, above all, like race excluded, I'm happy that content creators are getting an opportunity to now perform on these big stages and these big platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, again, that opens up the door for people like us that are just creating content, for average consumption every week. Like it gives you something to strive for, to see that these quote unquote smaller acts are now being put on these big platforms. Like
take
that's
YouTube
fire.
series.
Oh yeah, he's a fill-in for the Today Show, so he's making
fill-in.
some nice money
Yeah, he'll
from
be
there.
All right. He'll be all right.
Cut.
He's
the
he's a
check.
fill-in. It says that he's a fill-in anchor or reporter for. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking. Speaking of content creators too, even with, you mentioned Joe with the pull-up episode. I just liked a few pieces of that with Teyana.
Yo,
More
yeah.
so just accountability for me.
I don't know if they're gonna kill me for this, but Joe is, in my opinion, hip hop's Oprah.
Yeah, they're gonna kill you for that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it depends. I don't know. I don't know.
He does a lot of dope interviews.
Nas, I concur.
He does a lot of dope interviews.
Once again, I'm hating. Like I'm not just hating.
Well, what I can say is that it does make it easier for him to ask the hard questions because the people won't look at him like, you don't understand. Is like, no, he does.
Well, yeah, that's what makes
so
it
it
great.
makes
You
it harder
can't-
for them.
you
They can't
can't
say
bullshit.
that.
Yeah, you can't
You
bullshit.
can't bullshit him with that. But I did like the Teyana interview, and I also I liked it because, like you said, the accountability part where she was like, I should have been more hands-on.
Yeah.
The previous project, she was more hands-on. And then, she wasn't as much. And she said, next time I got to be more hands-on. So then, if anything bad happens, it's on me.
Yeah.
Then it's on me. I also thought it was interesting how she talked about the double standards when it comes to, like, when he was pushing her about, dancing up on a woman at a show. And, like,
Yeah.
that's part of
Yeah.
it. But she was like, would my man rather me dance up on a man or dance up on a woman? Like, which one?
Well, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about that earlier in pre-production. I mean, I feel like that's a tricky thing, man or woman. Like, I don't think anyone.
In
wants
what sense?
I don't think anyone would want their significant other dancing up on someone.
It depends.
Now, mind you, again, she's a showgirl, and showgirl meaning obviously in entertainment business, not like showgirl like the movie Showgirls, but like she's in entertainment, so naturally. It's one of those times where you have to know who your partner is and who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But
That's a communication thing. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that would be a communication thing for me.
That's all that is.
Like, and I'm sure that they'll work whatever that is out. But I'm hoping that this go round, like she seems very, very stern in her beliefs of trying to make sure that this next project is what she wants and intends it to be for us as listeners, and I'm hopeful for that.
And it's all right for her to be mad because that 7-track rollout was not good.
Yeah,
not for her, no.
Not for her.
I loved it.
No.
I think it was genius.
Yeah,
That
Yeah,
way-
I mean, you
know how many times I
would
played that
think it
album
was
because
that.
it's so
No, the
short?
only person who it really
More
worked out for was
streams.
Pusha T. If you think about it, it was the only one it really, really worked out for.
Push is the one.
Pusha T's was
but
fire.
again, Push again made sure. I think if Teyana manages her project the way Pusha managed his project, I think that outcome is different for Teyana.
Yeah.
Like
this is Teyana's best work.
I wouldn't say her best work. I think that it could have been better. I think it could have been better.
I thought it was amazing.
There were certain important things that were taken out. Like there was a verse on her daughter that she said it was important to have in that they took out.
Yeah.
The only thing I was mad they took off was that play catch with the hundreds.
Oh my god.
Love is the new money. That shit was fire.
It was alright.
Yeah.
It didn't fit with that body of work. Where are you putting that? Where are you putting that in your playlist? If let's say if we add that, where are you putting it?
I would put it right after Rose in Harlem.
No way.
Because she came out the concrete, now she playing catch with the hundreds.
No. Oh my god. All right.
Yo, I don't want to beat a dead horse again, but what stood out to me in that interview was Joe said that $6 billion got split by three major companies. Sony being one of them, and my man MJ would have had 51% of Sony.
That's what. Well, that's why people killed Michael Jackson.
Yo, that's $1 billion he would have had.
That's a powerful person.
Conspiracy.
Yep, conspiracy.
I just want to put that out there, man.
Yeah,
I just want to put that out there.
I thought that was very telling too. I didn't know that until seeing the interview. So, go check it out for those that haven't seen it yet. It's a really good, especially if you're, because we've been avid Teyana Taylor fans. I think we can all say that we've been rooting for this woman for quite some time. So
Love her.
I love her too.
Leave good music. That's what I say.
Yeah, but so to finally hear her side of things in such a raw space, I thought was good, and I thought it was about time that she was able to give people some insight, because you could see her frustrating starting to build when things weren't happening the way they were supposed to.
Yeah.
Videos weren't coming out on time. The music didn't come out on time. You'd see her tweet or Instagram or shut things down. So I'm happy that she probably got it off her chest too. It might have been therapeutic for her.
But also she was smart about it. She didn't sit in her sorrows or anything. Or sit in the sorrows in the sense of like sitting in like what was happening, because there was one part where I think she was saying like she at one point she didn't know if music was her thing.
Yeah.
So then she got into directing, and then she started learning the ins and outs of that, and was asking a lot of questions on that, and then that's how she started directing for her music video. And then there were some known people that she was also doing some stuff for, and the company is founded by 3 women, but of course they have men working within it. But she thought it was important that to state that there's 3 women who founded it. So I thought that was cool that she's like, listen, whatever happens, but like how she didn't sit back and like some people they just sit back, they get upset about the label, this, that, that, and like they're not being proactive. Like she's just like, I'm mad. I told you I'm mad. I'm letting people know that I'm mad, but I gotta keep it the punches. I gotta keep going.
And I feel like people should learn from her experience and what she's trying to do. Yeah. Like you could easily just quit and just say fuck it, but for her to still kind of be steadfast, like nah, I'm gonna go back in. I'll just go back and work, and I'll make sure personally that if anything does happen wrong, I'm the blame.
She
for it.
found
I like that
the
mentality.
ovarian fortitude
100%
to push through it.
Yeah, I like that. So shout out to her. Shout out to Joe too. All right,
this is the fun part.
This is our fun part, ladies and gentlemen. This is our nerd alert. Nerd alert.
You don't like nerds, or you don't like Marvel?
If you don't like Marvel, this is when we get in our geek soapbox for a few minutes. New Avengers Endgame trailer came out, and extended versions came out. It's about 3 minutes long, and it's actually a really, really good piece. The other thing you have to factor in, there's a few things that have happened in this trailer that are different from the other trailers. So obviously they've now incorporated Captain Marvel a little bit now, obviously because the movie's out.
See that part with her and Thor though.
The part with her and Thor, I thought was really, really dope. I still I'm not all that sold.
I like this one.
on what's her name on Brie. I'm not really all that sold on her yet, acting wise, in the role of Captain Marvel.
I'm telling you, man, they should have did that Black Widow movie, man. Take Natasha back to the '90s. She's working for the Reds, Russians, Fury finds her. She finds information about Captain Marvel. He flips her. That's how you introduce Captain Marvel, and you give the fans what they want, Black Widow. That's just my little take.
That's just your little take on it.
Yeah. I mean, that's not dope. You get a backstory about Black Widow.
All while you introduce a new character.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm not mad at that. I was trying to find a way to hate on that one too, but I couldn't. I couldn't. So
Come on, man. Everybody's invested in Black Widow. That's why you see such.
Well,
The only problem I have with that theory, not with the Black Widow, but it's just who plays Black Widow. That's my only concern.
Yeah, that's my
Natasha.
thing. And hold on, wasn't there some stuff happening?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
What happened with the?
That's the only concern I have with that.
Let me see something. There was something that happened with the poster of Marvel.
They left off the sister
who did they leave
from
off?
Denied.
Thank you. How do y'all feel about? For those, I gotta get better at this. So for those that don't know, Denied was left off. She's
Her name was left off.
Her name was
Or
left
her
off
name
the
was left
poster,
off, yeah.
Off the marquee.
but she was on the right hand
Yeah,
side.
Yeah.
they left it off the marquee.
Now people are trying to make this a race issue, like she was like right. Yeah, can we just dub that like?
Fam, you know how hard these cats are working.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I forgot her, and then Marvel came right back out and said, "Yo, my bad. That was an honest mistake."
She's not one of the main ones. Like,
well, that's my thing, and I read a rumor it's rumored that now that's why she's looking to leave The Walking Dead is because of that same sort of treatment that's happening on the Walking Dead sets where she's not getting her just due. Now, mind you, she is a main character.
Yeah,
now
Walking
that's
Dead is a little
different. That's
different.
different.
Yeah,
Walking Dead's a little different.
Yeah.
In Marvel,
Marvel?
I mean, I love you, but you're not really that important.
But she also had in Black Panther, she had a prominent scenes and moments.
I'm taking Siri over her.
Yeah, me too.
Sure.
I don't know.
Well, also Siri may be very integral for the Avengers
Yeah,
and later
Shuri,
on.
right? Shuri. That's
Shuri.
it.
Shuri.
Yeah.
I think she may be very integral with it. So
Listen, man, that little teenager she's a genius. I can't wait, man. That trailer was so dope.
Okay, but do y'all really think that they're gonna make her be the Black Panther?
No.
Because again, that's what happens in the comic books. Now, mind you, for
not anytime soon. No.
Yeah, not
for
anytime
new
soon.
listeners and stuff like that. Now, obviously, in our nerd community, I'm very aware, and we're all very aware that the Feige brothers are not, and the Russo brothers, they're not following the comic book timelines. We are aware of that. But again, we know that is a thing, right?
No, they're not going to do it because then if they do that, then they're going to have to get the new Captain Marvel too later on.
Oh,
Well, that's what I think too.
What's this girl? Miss Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Arab girl
Yeah.
that can stretch and all that. Hey, listen, man, Phase 4 is going to be so dope. And then they hired James Gunn back. Now, this tells me two things. One,
Desperation?
no, DC is stupid.
Yeah, DC's dumb.
You're retarded.
They're
man.
dumb.
DC's dumb.
They're
Oh,
done.
yeah, just
They're banking on Wonder Woman.
One movie, that's it. It's like, yo, dog, that's James Gunn.
Yeah.
Did you see what he did with the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know
And you have to go
why.
back to the Guardians of the Galaxy.
And Kevin Feige said he's helping us plan the next few phases.
Yeah.
So the second thing that it tells me when James Gunn is brought back is, Captain Marvel didn't do so well. It didn't do as well as we projected.
The
it.
reviews aren't really that. I've
Exactly.
seen a lot of mixed reviews.
So now that we're doing,
I enjoyed it just because of the origin.
yeah. Now that we're doing Phase 4, we need James. We need Jim back. We need Jim back.
It's only right. Granted, and we're not.
What he did was wrong.
Yeah,
It was wrong. We're not saying that.
We're not saying that what
But-
he did was right. But,
But
again,
here's the thing too. When do we have to get to a point where people can redeem themselves? Like he's been very apologetic since.
Yeah.
He hasn't gone out and done media press runs or anything. And also on top of that too, I think also like he went to some function. I saw on Twitter he went to some function, and Guardians of the Galaxy fans were going at him, and he answered every single question. And he was like, "I'm super sorry for it."
Yeah.
So we kind of like I guess where do we get to a point where we can allow people to redeem themselves if they're not known for
It's a mistake.
Yeah, I think at some point you got to kind of let that go. Like, everyone is bound to make a mistake, and/or has made a mistake once in their life that probably the world would deem to be horrendous. But are we now putting on public executions now just for these mistakes? You know what I'm saying? Certain.
I mean, granted, it was bad, but
It was bad.
That's
But-
why
wrong.
God made erasers. You make mistakes. That's what my mom used to say. Make mistakes, man.
Oh, your mom used to talk to you like that when you did the dumb shit, huh?
Yeah, well, it depends on what mood.
She'd be like, Nas, pull out the.
Because my mother also says, "Yo, you sound like a bitch right now." Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Your mom's a gangster.
I think everyone's mom is like that. Like I feel like
My mom's like that.
Yeah, my mom is very much like that.
Like
she will
people
curse you out.
are always so surprised when my mom like cusses them out and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're so shocked. I'm like, why are you? I said, my mom was born and raised in Bedside and then grew up in Far Rockaway. You really think that she don't have that in her? Are you kidding me?
My mom the same way. She said to me, Brandon, why the fuck are you cursing so much? Like that's how I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like moms need to give you that balance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every mom should be like that.
Yeah, babe, I'm happy he's back, man. Like
Me too. I'm really, really ecstatic. It leaves me very, very hopeful for Guardians 3. I hope that they do, because that's the one thing as I'm starting to watch all these Marvel movies over again. The Guardians of the Galaxy is really, really important.
Yeah.
It could really sway the way this next Phase 4 goes, considering, spoiler alert if you haven't seen any of the Guardians of the Galaxies, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the end cutscene is very, very important.
Adam
Warlock is resting within that cocoon, and he is someone that is again in the comics.
Now I gotta wait a few more years for Adam Warlock.
He's someone that is supposed to be a formidable opponent for Thanos, and obviously for Galactus and a bunch of other people that are coming. So I'm hoping that they shorten the time frame. I know that they've now pushed that movie out 2 years or something like that.
Yeah, because he has to do
he has
Suicide.
to rewrite now. He's got to do Suicide. Now.
No, he has to do Suicide Squad 2 because he has to fulfill that contract with DC. Then he's going to start working on Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which probably is going to be different because he had characters that were supposed to be in Endgame that he was probably going to introduce in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I.e., dare I say, Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
You know, so
They're gonna have to switch it up a little bit.
They're gonna have to switch it up.
If they fuck up
really
Beta Ray
excited.
Bill, I'm gonna be mad.
But keeping it, Marvel can't lose right now. Like I feel like they learned. I feel like they learned early on when they tried to do Daredevil with Ben Affleck. They tried to do
Terrible.
the Fantastic Four, and they were like, "All right, this ain't." Really.
But those was Fox.
That was Fox. Yeah,
That was
but
Fox.
it's to the average viewer, it's still Marvel.
Yo, how are they gonna introduce X-Men? That's how I can't wrap my head.
Oh, I can see them how they're going to introduce X-Men. They're going to do the little X-Men. The little X-Men that were in Wolverine's last movie. Those will be the new X-Men. Remember, Wolverine's daughter takes on the captain of the X-Men. She becomes the new Wolverine, but just for the younger generation. So that's an easy. Easy.
Dark Phoenix that bitch better kill everybody.
That's my only thing. Dark
better kill
at
everybody.
some point, Dark Phoenix. That story has to be told the right way. Like
I'm a little confident now. I'm a little bit confident.
Shit, kill everybody.
Yeah.
Because they got to start over anyway. Like, these actors are going to get old, and they're going to want to reintroduce Iron Man. And So
they're going to have to. Well, Iron Man, spoiler alert, I'm sure he'll become the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm certain of that.
I have a feeling they'll do better. Marvel has been pretty consistent for the most part, so I feel very comfortable with them. Now, DC, I don't know. But I can't say Aquaman was pretty good.
I have to see Aquaman.
I like Aquaman.
I like Aquaman.
But you know what? I get DC just, when they said, oh, we're doing a multiverse. Dog, come on. I'm not stupid, man. You're throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks.
To see what sticks, yeah. I think at this point they are scratching at the surface very, very close, and now they're worried. Especially with this guy going back to go do fucking Guardians of the Galaxy.
DC's so stupid.
It's something to worry about. I wonder what fixes DC at this point though.
You gotta kill everybody.
And just start over. I said you can wipe the slate clean if you do the Flash movie.
Yeah.
With thank you, with Flashpoint.
And Ezra Miller is now complaining about his script.
His script, yeah.
He's saying,
I
want it to be more serious.
Yeah, I read that. He doesn't like the comical side that Barry is bringing in this new movie.
I feel like he's serious in all his movies, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, people didn't like the comedy in Justice League.
I didn't like it either. I didn't like his comedy from him. I thought it was cheesy. I thought it was very forced. It didn't seem natural.
Well, don't worry. Ezra's contract.
Barry is not even that funny. Like he's not.
Ezra's contract is up in May.
He's like a geeky funny. That was more of like a forced funny. It just wasn't good. So
don't worry, Ezra. You'll get your wish. Goodbye.
Yeah,
in May.
He'll be fine. Yeah.
Goodbye.
We'll get you out here really quickly. No worries.
We could always replace. We'll find someone to replace. I mean, we replaced Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You can.
And I do like this Spider-Man, by the way. He's probably my favorite Spider-Man.
That's what DC got. DC got to take notes.
Yeah, don't worry.
Get a younger actor who's good, energized. All right, we're gonna replace you.
Do Flashpoint. reset the universe.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this Joker movie. With
nothing's come out about that.
I don't
they're
know.
everywhere, man. The nerds are confused. We want DC to succeed.
Wait, aren't they? Don't they have to do something on what's her face?
Harley Quinn?
Yeah,
Harley
Harley
Quinn.
Quinn.
They want a Harley Quinn movie every year.
Yeah.
Come on.
Teaser for it.
There is a teaser out for it already?
Well, it's like a teaser.
Oh, like a...
Not that I
Oh,
know.
like
I thought
we're
that was for
interested in doing
Batman.
this, and we're just
Huh?
kind of feeling like a feeler.
What?
I thought that teaser was for Batman.
No, that's for her
No.
movie.
yeah?
Prey something.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey.
Well, I feel like DC should take a year off.
To go,
Honestly.
go
And-
take a
and just-
vacay with Nas.
Yeah, and just go back to the drawing board of what the direction is of DC and the characters and where you're looking to go. Like
Yeah.
at this point, how many years in? Marvel has 12 years in with their Marvel Cinematic Universe. So where does that put DC? Where they at? Like 7 or some shit?
Nah, not even like 5.
Because
I
you
think.
can't or 5 maybe because you can't count the Batman trilogies. you
No,
know,
those were
and that.
separate
See,
entities.
I think that's where they should have went. They should have followed that.
That, but then this guy who Nolan
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan.
Nolan.
He
But still,
didn't
they
know.
should have just copied that style or kept that same.
Yeah, but
that
it's
same
hard.
energy.
It's hard to.
It's hard to do.
recreate something like that. Like really think about that.
I'm
Like
not
those are
saying
probably the
recreate, but
best DC movies I think I've ever seen.
Like make it realistic.
Well, yeah, they should do that, and
For
I don't
sure.
know why they're
You know
not.
what I'm
The only one I think for me that hits home with that type of style is Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
For
Wonder
me.
Woman.
Wonder
Yeah,
Woman
it was
is-
real. It's more realistic.
It's really
she was dope.
realistic. They made it really seamless to connect with the character.
Yeah.
And the story. And just
I
the
love
whole
Gal Gadot.
Amazon. Yeah.
She's
like
awesome.
the whole Amazon background it made it easy to connect with. And then even with I'll give it even for Aquaman. I thought it was a good introductory movie into him, his power, who he is, and him just being crazy in a sense, but still caring about nature. and
But
shit, you know?
that's the problem is Marvel had no choice. They had no choice but to use their B squad.
Yeah,
The Avengers
yeah.
is a B squad.
Yeah.
X-Men always led Marvel.
Yeah.
So out of necessity, you have to come up with creative stories for Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor.
Yeah.
Now, if DC was following that same thing, they would do the Flash.
Yeah.
And to your point, the Flashpoint.
Flashpoint is the way to go.
Center around that B player and work your way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It doesn't even matter how bad that movie would be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because
it don't.
it's resetting everything.
It could be the worst movie in the universe as long as you're able to reset the actual universe and
Yeah.
recast everyone.
Yep.
Wipe the slate clean. I
Clean,
would
start
burn
off
that
new.
whole building down and start from scratch. And
Keep
just
Gal
go from
Gadot
there.
though.
Well, yeah.
And
Keep her.
Low key, I like Ben Affleck as a writer.
Yeah, I don't like him as Batman. I never fell in love with him as Batman.
Nope.
He doesn't. Did he look like Batman? Yes.
No, I was asking his writing.
No, but that's
His
what I'm saying.
script-
I'm talking about the script wise. I like Ben Affleck. I think his pen is amazing. From an actor, I've never really connected with him on a
look at him.
superhero level.
Yeah.
Like I've never connected with him on a superhero level, especially for Batman. Mind you, he played more of the charming, witty, charismatic Batman for these few Batman movies
Yeah.
that he's been in. That's what he was supposed to be. Very witty, charming, funny. Like there's multiple
Yeah.
versions of Batman. So I think he nailed it, even with his body frame being older. Where Batman was a little bit more. He was bulkier up top, and he looked the part. But execution, no, not so much. I'm cool.
Reset the damn
Yeah,
universe.
I'm cool.
Start over.
Yeah,
DC, if you start over, cut the check.
Yeah. Cut
Word.
the check.
We'll help you out.
Definitely. So yeah, check us out. Let us know what you guys think about all the topics that we've covered today, especially about obviously the Full House to Big House. Let us know where you see
Free
that
on
happening.
Becky.
Yeah, free on Becky, man.
Oh my
Yo,
gosh.
does Jesse put up bail money? No.
Yo, that's where they were going in
I
the
don't
intro.
think-
That's
I
where they were
don't think
going.
Jessica-
They were going to bail
I don't
out.
think Jessica be out here doing
Yeah,
that.
probably. So be sure to subscribe as always. Check us out, Grassroots Pod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. As always, hit the notification button to get notified for our new episodes. And obviously, thank you guys for tuning in, watching. And as always, I'm Brandon Killabh Hall.
I'm Erin Ashley Simon.
America, I'm regular Nas.
I am Wilson.
No, Wilson, don't ever do that shit again. Listen, I can.
He's pleading to America
Please.
right now.
Oh, my
He's
bad.
pleading.
I can host. I can smile. Listen, hi. I can do.
Nas is definitely gonna turn tricks any minute now. Any minute now, it's happening.
That nigga about to tap dance.
Yeah,
Come on, America. Come on, man. Come on, man. Help me out. Cut the check.
and I guess you can do your outro.
No, man, I'm still kind of stuck. Yo, when you did the nerd alert shit, I noticed. I don't think we need to do that, man. A lot of girls have been adding fucking like Marvel movies and shit to their resume when they advertise themselves to dudes and shit.
For real?
Yeah, man.
They add it to their resume.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
Like,
Yeah.
no, well, yeah, you know, they go, oh, I'm goofy, I can cook, I like Marvel movies. You know what I'm saying?
Are you still on Plenty of Fish?
I am.
I figured. All right, I figured.
We out.
And we out.
Grassroots.